The anaconda was one of those impossible things that I knew, if could be accomplished, would change the way I thought about the art of playing card flourishes. And I felt it would actually change the way many people saw about this art too. It all really started about 6 years ago, where people believed in it enough to go like, these moves can be expanded, these motions can be explored, and these limits can be pushed. And I was one of those crazy people with the impossible dreams. The mission I gave to myself was to take one of the oldest, smallest card flourishes around and turn it into something completely new. Something new and really, really big. I chose to dribble. And if you are a car handler, you probably have learned the dribble before. It's just a little cascade of cards that is then presented as a powerful or elegant display. But rather than a small, simple touch of finesse, the highest dribble is usually performed at is about 5 centimeters. And in my head, I envisioned that little trickle growing into something massive, like a huge snake.
And so I tried, and I remember how it first happened. I held the card like that, and I gripped them really, really tight. I took a deep breath, inhale, exhale. I went for it. I pressed it really, really hard so I could shoot the card out as far as possible. Raising my left hand up really, really high, like this, and allowing my hands to be pulled backwards. Pow! It's amazing. It's a massive number of cards on the ground. It was pathetic, you know. You know? Pathetic! You know?
It was one of those moments when you're about to do something crazy and you go like, that seems impossible, but I can try. Yes, I must. I won't know if I don't try. And in that proud moment when you try, you fail. It was so anticlimactic. And that's the point when I felt like giving up, because it was just so impossible. But I did not give up. But perhaps, what makes the difference between success and what people perceive as failure is to be crazy enough to keep going and going and going. It's a mix of craziness and desire to understand something so elusive. What held me back from success wasn't the lack of practice or the lack of willpower. It was the lack of understanding. And it took me a really long time to realize what was wrong. And months later, when it hit me, it was actually really scary. I had to do something almost arrogant. I needed to recreate one of the oldest card flourishes ever published. I realized after so many months that it was the fundamental technique of the dribble passed down from generations to generations that it was holding me back. And the classic technique was fantastic as a small display of finesse, but it was never meant to create a long continuous cascade of cards. What was lacking in the classic technique of dribbling cards did not allow the most important thing in the modern card flourish, and that is control. So, I made a small modification to the basic technique, and this small change made a difference in the world. and make me realize how little we understood about the art, and how much that was left to be discovered.